Welcome back. Got another video ready for you. I appreciate you guys watching and hanging out. We'll see what we can get done today. Had a couple of orders to knock out. A good friend of mine contacted me about some 2x4s. I'm apologizing now for the quality of how they turned out. They were not the best. Also had an order come in for some 2x6x8s.
That's about right.
These are great little fuel filters. There's a water separator fuel filter. I'll put a link in the description. Sometimes I can get a little bit of water in my fuel, so it's nice to be able to separate all that out. Not cheap. I bought this one on the island for like 40 bucks, but quite a bit cheaper online. I use water and dish soap is what my mixture is here. About a 2-gallon jug or so. Lasts me a little while, depends on what I'm doing or how it's going. The wire brush works really well for this part of it. I've done the bulk of the cleaning up with everything else. The hatchet and peeling off the bark, but this wire brush really cleans up all the fine dirt and little grit that can get on a log over time. A float plane flyover is a fairly common occurrence here in Southeast. You see these quite a bit during the summer. Sometimes a lot. Breaking into this log or any log is kind of a slow process for me at this point. Mostly grabbing material as I go, what I can. A 1x4, 1x6, some sticker material, just what I can where I can. It just is a slow process for me. This is in real time. This was about 11-12 minutes. So just part of learning, I'm sure. At this point, I'm able to start cutting in the vertical. So I'm still looking for 2x4s. If you listen to the saw on these cuts, you can really hear it not enjoying what we're getting into here. This particular log had quite a bit of timber bind. That's kind of what I'm assessing here, what's going on, what I can do, what I can't do. I'm not real excited about the boards that came out of there. Some of these ended up better than others. My friend was confident he could make it work, and he's building a woodshed, not a guitar at the end of the day. You can really see the stress in some of these cuts as these boards are peeling off. This board in particular, he's got a lot of stress in his life. Bills are stacking up. Just been separated from the family. Stressing about the future and where he might end up. This whole log was wound up pretty tight. Just needed a vacation. I was glad to oblige. Been told, I've not tried it out yet, but I've been told that peeling these logs open, if you see one that has a lot of timber bind in it, go ahead and open it up, but then set the log to the side, and that stress will release, and you'll get better product though at the end. I've not tried that yet, but something that maybe I'll give a shot. This log and the saw are just not having it at this point. If I pushed any harder, there was going to be some problems on this one. You can really hear it also. I had to sneak this wedge in here. I really didn't have any other option. I didn't like doing it, but I had to get it in there as soon as I could. I couldn't wait. I should have left this wedge. I'll take it out in just a second, but I should have left this wedge in there. Didn't notice how this board closes back up until after the fact, till I started editing the video. It's kind of interesting to see. This is a Sitka Spruce. You can see the stringiness of it as I cut there. Next few shots, you can also see the boards popping right there. I could feel it and I could hear it. That was a new experience for me. I've slowed this video down a couple of times and you can hear it popping. I don't know if it'll pick up for you guys, but you can hear it. few things about the Sitka Spruce. Sitka Spruce they get really, really big up here. They're a fast-growing tree and the largest species of spruce in the world. Sitka Spruce very sought after in the instrument making business. Resonates sound very well. There's somewhat of an industry up here that what we call music wood. Used for high-end guitars, pianos, harps, violins. Also, the Wright brothers' first plane, the Flyer, was built using Sitka Spruce. And it was used in building planes early on, up until World War II and when metal started being introduced. Lightweight, durable, flexible. Just hits a lot of the markers for what they're looking for, I guess. I am not super excited with my loading of the logs process. I'd like to improve that. Maybe build some metal bunks and have some metal rails that fold down. What I've seen and makes sense. Be a little bit safer and just easier overall, I believe. I'm getting this log set up for the next one and get going on it. Always got a wave. This is a Western Hemlock. I'm grabbing a 2x4 here. I'm able to grab a couple in the horizontal before I drop down into the vertical. Vertical is just a little bit easier. Overall, I don't cut anything over 6 inches in the horizontal at this point. I've had problems when I jumped up to 8, so 6 is where I keep it. I'm going to clean up this edge right here. Right now I'm basically freehanding it along that edge, just trying to hit the edge, make it flat all the way across the top there. At the end here I'll roll all the way over and I'll walk down, and I'm kind of sighting through. Got some arrows that'll be popping up here. And the arrow towards the top of the screen, I'm looking through that small window there and lining it up with the edge of the blade for my next cut. Got enough of the log left here. I'm able to jump into the vertical. Still cutting 2x6s all the way across. Saw's cutting great at this point. This log is a lot less stress, very little if none. This log's got its stuff together, you know. Bills are paid, family's happy, living that stress-free life. Sleeps good at night. My dad would say it doesn't have any sin in its life. It's a happy little tree, right? Heard that somewhere before. Now once I get into this spot, it's really smooth, super simple, easy motions. Not a lot of stress on the mill or anything. I'm just real smooth. I missed a 2x6 in this cut. I knew it was going to be close, and I should have done my vertical cut first. But I ended up doing my horizontal and cut through all the way on the other side of the log. If I would have done my vertical, I could have had 6 inches and then gone down and done my horizontal. And I would have been able to get that board out of there, but just on inexperience at this point. Starting to catch on to small stuff like that. That's just a small thing I should have caught and I just didn't. I know these slabs don't look like much, and they're really not much left in them, but they aren't exactly light. Can't ever say I didn't hug a tree first. I hug it before I fall it, and I hug it when I'm putting it away. Really enjoy setting up these shots. It's something I didn't think I would enjoy, but I have. There's 1,000 places to mount the camera on this, and the GoPro's been very helpful for setting some of these up. Just fun shots. I like seeing that blade swing up like that. That's a big blade. That's about 25 inches across. Got some weight to it, but they're fun to see swing. Another area here I'm freehanding this edge. It can be a little tricky if you have too much of the blade pulling out. Once you go through the cut all the way right there, it'll want to grab what's behind there and shoot it down towards you. So you got to just barely catch the edge. Partly it's the way I'm doing it, the process, the direction that I'm pulling the horizontal cut. But you just got to be paying attention and watch what you're doing. Had a bit of a long video today. Appreciate you guys hanging out till the end here. Having fun. Hope you guys are enjoying what I'm doing. If you guys have any questions, just shoot them down in the comments. I'll get back to them pretty quick. If they show up, I'll get to them as quick as I can. If you guys like the new direction of the videos with the voiceover, hit that like button. That'll give me a heads up a little bit. Also helps a lot with the views and circulating the video, impressions, all sorts of stuff on my end that I see. But appreciate you guys hanging out and watching. It's a lot of fun. Well, hope you guys have a good week, and we'll try to have another one out next week, and see you then. Thanks, guys.